I'll rub the lolly on the back of the poster so I can hang it up somewhere. Okay, let's see if this works. Hello, Count.
Oh, you again.
Count, terrible, terrible news. I just discovered there's a photography ban throughout Parisaplatz.
What are you saying? Where is that written?
Follow me, I'll show you. You see? Up there.
Unbelievable! Outrageous! I am furious! Young man, you must look after my camera while I resolve this issue. Do you understand?
Yes, sir. Count. The ends justify the means. I hope. A napkin from Cafe Erica, smeared with ketchup. Always time for a quick natter.
Berlin Telephone Exchange, how may I direct your call?
If I can lure Edison into the cafe, maybe I can borrow his press pass. All right, I'll try my luck. Connect me to Cafe Erica at Parisaplatz, please.
One moment, please.
This is Cafe Erica. How may I help you?
Do you have a customer there by the name of Edison, Baltus Edison?
Yes, Mr. Edison is just outside. Whom shall I say is calling?
This is his editor-in-chief in London speaking. Please tell him that it's urgent. He needs to come back right away. It's about juicy goings-on at Buckingham Palace.
I will relay your message, sir. One moment, please. Mr. Edison, there's another call for you.
Who is it now?
Your editor-in-chief in London. He has an urgent assignment for you concerning the British royal family.
Finally! My prayers have been answered. Where is the telephone?
Follow me, please.
Perfect. This may not be a gentlemanly thing to do, but then, when has that ever bothered me? Edison might lose a job he hates. He might have to pay for the bus. But at least he won't have to live in a world ruled by super-powered Nazis. I'd say it's more than a fair trade.
I'm very sorry, sir. We do have occasional connection problems.
Not a problem. I'll go to the hotel and try to contact him from there. See you.
Goodbye, sir.
So, I got a press pass, and I look a little bit like the man in the photo. Apart from, you know, the glasses, and the hat. The goatee too, I suppose. Similar ears. I've clumped the whiskers together. Rust-free. This hat might make me look a bit more like Edison on his press pass, but I think my kleptomaniacal urges have been sated for one day. Hey, it's a real condition. Hello, it's me again.
Hi there. Don't worry, you haven't missed much.
By the way, I really like your hat.
Really? I hardly ever wear it. I just use it to collect money.
It doesn't really seem to be fulfilling its purpose, does it?
And you're saying that's the hat's fault?
It looks a bit greasy. Maybe that's putting your customers off.
Oh, you might be right. It really doesn't look very clean, does it?
If you give me your hat, I'll give you something even better in return.
A connoisseur of old greasy heads, are you? Okay, if you can give me something good to replace it, you can have the head.
I've got this polished metal bowl that absolutely isn't a rubbish bin lid. Wouldn't it be better for collecting money than your old hat?
Let me see that. Yes, this is good. It's sturdy and it looks a damn sight better than my old hat.
So, you want to trade?
Gladly. Here, take the thing.
Thanks. Okay, I've got everything I need. Press pass, camera, hat, glasses, and the pièce de résistance, of course. The Argali beard. Time to get suited and booted. But other than that, it was easy. I got past the guard, found the locker room, and here I am.
Well, that's a lovely story, Fenton. But why?
Look, we don't have much time, so I'll get straight to the point. I read that you're leading the decathlon, and you're just about to complete the last event.
The long jump?
Well, if you win the gold medal, you'll be invited to the reception after the contest. The museum where the reception is taking place is closed due to the event. No visitors allowed. I need to get in there and look around as soon as possible.
I hate to repeat myself, but...
Why, right? I know. I've asked myself the same thing a couple of dozen times. Do you remember Richard Weston?
Of course! You two helped me pass that test, remember? What about him?
He disappeared, and his trail leads to the museum. Well, the story's much longer than that, but for now I have to ask you to trust me. So, can you smuggle me in?
Absolutely. I couldn't leave an old Sandhurst chum in a bind, now could I?
Thanks, Glenn. I owe you one.
Of course, you are assuming one vital thing. That I win. Frankly, I've still got a slight lead, but the long jump just isn't my forte. That Erwin Huber in second place will likely pull past me at the last minute. He's the better jumper by far. He's beaten me every time this year.
So your lead won't be enough to secure the gold?
I doubt it. Huber always manages about 25 centimeters more than I do. If he's up to his usual standard today, and I don't manage the jump of my life, then those 25 centimeters will be enough for him to take the lead.
I see. I suppose I'll just have to cross my fingers.
Why don't you introduce yourself to Huber? You could be his date for the reception.
He's probably not my type.
And I am?
Beggars can't be choosers.
Very funny. Look, I'll give it my best shot. We'll just have to hope it's enough. Look at the time. I have to get moving. I'll see you after the jump. Well, Fenton, I've got to head out to the contest. I'm already running late.
Thanks for taking the time to talk to me. Good luck.
Thanks. I'll need it.
Unfortunately, he's right. Ordinarily, of course, cheating would never cross my mind. But there's too much at stake. I need to get into the museum. So, business as usual. I'll take a look around and come up with a plan. I need to tip the long jump in Glenn's favor. Funny. I honestly never expected a Tibetan rescue mission to involve rigging the Olympic Games. Still, silver linings and all that. An empty torch bracket. A thick bundle of cables running out into the stadium. The layout of the stadium. As we've already established, of course, I'm an expert orienteer, so I won't be needing this. The lamp's seen better days. It's flickering and sparking. A bottle of cleaner. The list of starters in the long jump. Glenn's got a slim lead, that's why he's last to jump. This is a list of the best scores the decathletes have achieved in the last year. Glenn's toughest competitor, Erwin Huber, still tops him by 25 centimeters in the long jump. If they're both on form tonight, the German will just snatch victory. If Glenn doesn't win gold, He won't be able to get me into the museum. I've got to do something. Nothing I can do with a pair of smelly trainers. The shoelaces, on the other hand, look absolutely essential. Call it intuition if you like, but I'm taking this towel. Filthy. I'm not touching it. Might as well be eyeing up women back at Shen's. Sweaty sports clothes. No thanks. It's a poster advertising the Olympic torch relay. The games have started, so my guess is this is a little out of date. This hook here seems to be loose. Got it. Just needed a bit of leverage, that's all. The grate's off. Ah, it's the equipment room. I'll just take one of these with me. 2 javelins and some hammer throwing and shot put equipment. The shelf's feet are screwed to the floor. That's some heavy-duty storage. A whole load of sporting equipment and measuring devices. Stopwatches, batons, several table tennis balls, and a measuring tape. It reads, Certified Measurement Devices, calibrated by the IOC 1936, only for use by authorized personnel. Could be useful. I'm sure no one will miss these. I can't see much, but it looks like a full house out there. Starting blocks for the track races. High jump mats. Time for a nap? Maybe later. They're all locked. It's a metal plate screwed into the side of the locker. With my fingers? Really? I mean, that never works, does it? If I can loosen the metal plate, maybe I can open this left-hand locker. I'll need to attack the screws though, and the coat hook's got a rounded end. Good idea. Who knows what exciting uses I could find for this coat hook once I've modified it with a dumbbell. This said, I need a sturdy surface on which to perform the operation. I can't use the coat hook to loosen the screws yet. Maybe leaving it here will help. Somehow. Okay, it's all tied up. Time to get to work. It worked. The end's now flattened out. Now that it's flat, this makes for a pretty decent screwdriver. Let's get this panel loose. Ta-da! I present to you the inside of a locker. A judge's uniform. I'm going to need a better disguise. I can help Glenn better if I'm dressed as an official judge.
Lowry Askelaar is preparing for his jump. After 9 out of 10 contests, the Finnish athlete holds 3rd place in the decathlon. We'd like to ask for silence now, please. Askela's jump is valid as well. Now we're anxious to know the distance.
7:25.
7 meters and 25 centimeters.
We've just been informed of the distance. 7 meters and 25 centimeters. A sensational jump by the exceptional Finnish athlete. Can Erwin Huber and Glenn Parker keep up? There's a palpable atmosphere of suspense here in the stadium. In the overall rankings, Erwin Huber is in second place, just behind Glenn Parker of Great Britain. Given that the long jump is his forte, the German athlete now has a very strong chance of reaching for gold. Just a few more moments, and we'll know who will win the 1936 Olympic decathlon.
It really is about time I did something clever. Or at least vindictive. This measuring tape is used to measure the distance of the long jump from the takeoff point to the nearest sand imprint. The cleaner contains acetone. According to the label, this solvent shouldn't come into contact with plastics. My destructive tendencies are encouraging me to do precisely that, hence the table tennis balls. But if it melts plastic, I can only imagine what it does to human skin. I need a container of some kind. The bin looks pretty sturdy. Should be a good container for my little experiment. Wish I could say this was the first time I've done something like this. The solvent's dissolving the balls. All that's left is a sticky mush and a fierce stench. Smells a bit like thorn apple. I could use the sharp edge to cut the measuring tape and then alter it. Won't be long before Glenn discovers his inner champion. I rather sense a plan taking shape. I'll cut another 25 centimeters off the 1 meter piece. That's the exact length Glenn needs to beat his competitor's best distance. I can probably glue this back onto the original tape. I guess the molten plastic will do the job. Perfect. I'll glue the shortened piece back onto the original roll. Job done. The spark set the flowers alight. Yes, that is where a torch is supposed to go, but then it would burn the cables above it. I'm not sure that's such a great idea. At least, not right now. Okay, I've got the rigged measuring tape ready, but to make this work, I've got to smuggle it into the long jump area somehow.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now approaching the grand finale of the Olympic decathlon. In just a few moments, Erwin Huber of Germany will step up to compete. I'd like to ask for quiet from the stands so that the athletes can concentrate. An excellent effort. That was quite a jump. Could Erwin Huber have beaten his own record?
7:50.
7 meters and 50 centimeters.
7 meters and 50 centimeters. Fantastic! Erwin Huber has topped his own personal best. This will make it very, very difficult for Glenn Parker to defend his lead in the overall standings. Parker is heading to the track. In just a few minutes, his performance in the long jump will determine the gold medal decathlon winner.
I'm really running out of time here. I've got to swap the tape, but I'll struggle as long as those two judges are still standing over it. Good plan, Fenton. The fire gradually burns through the cables, then the lights on the long jump area go out, interrupting the event, and I'm long gone before anyone realizes what's happened. Let's be honest, that's the best bit. Let's get out of here.
Berlin is holding its collective breath. The final decision in the decathlon is rapidly approaching. Glenn Parker is warming up on the track for his decisive jump. I'd like to ask the spectators in the stands to remain quiet because... One moment. We seem to be experiencing technical difficulties in the long jump area.
Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. Can you hear me?
What's wrong?
What do you think is wrong? There's a complete power failure in this part of the stadium. Must be another problem with the cables. I'll go check. Come with me. I might need your help.
Shouldn't the technician take care of it?
Sure, in about 3 hours' time, we can't put the Olympic Games on hold. Can you keep an eye on things while we try to fix the problem?
But of course, just leave everything in my capable hands.
I've just been told that we're doing everything possible to fix the problem. Thank you for your patience. I'm sure the long jump contest will resume shortly.
The perfect time to swap the tapes.
Ladies and gentlemen, our technical problems have been solved. The judges are returning to their seats, and we can continue. The big question, though, is will the interruption have put Glenn Parker off his stride? I see that he's returning to his starting position. Any minute now, he'll be making his decisive jump. The jump is valid. But was it far enough? From here, it doesn't seem like he came anywhere near Erwin Huber. But what do the measurements say?
7:35.
7 meters and 35 centimeters.
7 meters and 35 centimeters! That puts him just behind Erwin Huber in this final event, but it's just enough for Glenn Parker of Great Britain to take the gold medal. His lead may have been minuscule, but that's a minor detail. Glenn Parker has won the 1936 Olympic decathlon. Erwin Huber will have to be satisfied with silver, and Lauri Askela of Finland has earned bronze. And that, ladies and gentlemen, marks the end of this year's decathlon.
I hope history will forgive me. I mean, I may have betrayed the centuries-old Olympic spirit and cheated a man out of his gold medal. But come on. I am here saving the world, so I'll finally be able to get into the museum. Countess von Hagenhild had better be there with what I need. Glenn had better have a spare dinner jacket as well.
Cheers, Glenn. I really owe you one.
No problem. Sure you don't fancy a drink to celebrate?
Believe you me, once I'm done on this job, I'll be holding a liquid celebration for a solid week. For now, I just need to find a way down into the lower levels.
Then I won't keep you. Maybe I'll see you at the next Sandhurst reunion.
Sure, if I get an invitation this year. What is it about smuggling they have such an issue with?
Heaven knows. Well, good luck with your search for Richard. It was great to see you again, Fenton.
Thanks, Glenn. You take care.